Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win or you find a way to lose. Jake Paul is spoiled. Jake Paul is actually having a meltdown. He's going crazy because he doesn't have control of Canelo. He doesn't have control of Turki Alalshikh. And he's not getting his way. Now, as a result, he's gone to doing what he does, which is troll Canelo to try to get under his skin and hopefully get Canelo to reverse a decision he made. But the reality is this: Canelo is locked in for 4 fights with Turki Alalshikh. So even if Canelo decides to fight Jake Paul, it probably won't be until the end of 2026 or 2027. So Jake Paul can kiss the Canelo fight goodbye for the next couple of years at a minimum. But what's funny about Jake Paul is, look, Jake Paul's made over $100 million from boxing. Okay, he's made a lot of money. Probably closer to $200 million from boxing, maybe more, right? The other streams of revenue that we don't know about. But although he's made a lot of money, no one takes him serious. Now he's found a niche. There's a market that's working for him. He has an expanded profile, and he has an enormous and a respectable support system. People who are willing to pay the money to see Jake Paul get in the ring and, and fight anybody. But the thing is, y'all gotta pay attention to what the hell's going on here. Jake Paul in boxing and Jake Paul in politics. When I look at the relationships that fighters have with certain people, I am not surprised to see the success that they garner. It's like Tyson Fury. We know there was and may still be a relationship between he and Daniel Kinahan. When Daniel Kinahan said, look, trust me, I'll lead you to the top of the heavyweight division and to unimaginable wealth. What happened with Tyson Fury? So now you come and take a look at Jake Paul. And everything this man said, I'm going to fight Canelo, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to make millions. Now he's a promoter, he's got paying Amanda Serrano over $10 million for a fight. You all ever wonder how Jake Paul was able to do all this? Is it just because Jake Paul came to boxing from YouTube and had all these followers? Is that all it takes for you to become a shot caller, for you to get networks to come and basically, eat out your hand to give you what you want? Is that what it takes for you to go now and make multiples of millions of dollars, hand over fist, every time you come out and fight? Is that what it takes? Record-breaking deals, all these sponsorship deals, etc. I think there's some of that comes with what he's been able to accomplish as a YouTuber, as a social media personality. But the above and beyond shit that he's been doing in boxing, I think there's more to it. So when I look at his relationship in politics with Donald Trump, with different news networks who want to do interviews on him and talk to him and ask his opinion on shit, I can't help but say to myself that there's someone who's been looking out for Jake Paul, same way someone's looking out for his brother Logan Paul. And as a result, Jake has become spoiled because those people weren't able to help him out with Canelo. They got him really close, but they weren't able to seal the deal. That's because there's an even bigger mountain that those individuals who are behind the scenes helping Jake Paul grow his profile, grow his his endeavors, right? That entity that he has, or entities that he have, they have not been able to push him the direction where he ultimately wanted to end up, which is in a fight with Canelo, because you have a much bigger mountain out there in Saudi Arabia by the name of Turki Alalshikh who ain't going for the bullshit. Now, y'all can say what you want, but let me tell you this. Jake Paul is spoiled. At the same time, Turki Alalshikh is spoiled. But there's a different type of spoiled here. Turki Alalshikh is spoiled in a way where he's like, look, this is what I see. This is what makes sense to me. 90% of people agree with what I'm doing. And I've got the money to make it happen. Jake Paul is out here where it's like 5% of people maybe agree with what he's doing. He's turning people off. He's obnoxious. He's coming out here scouring boxing, the boxing landscape and the MMA landscape and the combat sports world for easy marks. And he's been able to, and he's had the right people in his corner to ensure the money was there to make it happen. Now, when you sit here, man, and do a cross comparison, Jake being spoiled, Turki Alalshikh being more spoiled, but maybe a sense of power versus entitlement. You can understand why Turki Alalshikh is prevailing right now as far as him being able to snatch Canelo and break lock with that contract that Canelo signed to fight Jake Paul. Because there's no one out here that's a stronger force, more powerful than that damn Saudi Arabian Turki Alalshikh. Because we know when Turkey's in the house, every day is Thanksgiving. And Jake Paul is realizing that shit right now. So we're going to see what happens going forward. Because even the guy, what's his name, Jon Stewart, he's a comedian and he has a daily show and he's always talking about politics and different current events. But even he said, man, and this is let you know when it comes to a guy like Jake Paul and politics and his name and his profile and how they keep him somewhat relevant, even if they're poking him in the eye. They were just talking about, the United States and Donald Trump, how they feel they're just out here bullying people for no reason. And feel like, when it comes to this whole thing about deporting illegals, they feel like, okay, if people are here in the country illegal and they're criminals, get them out. But, if you go to the ocean and you're fishing and you throw a net out there, you drag that net through the ocean, you probably get, 500, it's probably 500 fish you want to catch. 499 of them will probably be the tuna fish you're seeking. But there will probably be one dolphin in there too. And that's kind of what they were saying when it comes to what Trump is doing with the illegals is, okay, you're getting some people deported who really aren't criminals and it's unfair to deport them. But that's what they were saying when it comes to Trump attacking Panama, attacking Denmark, attacking Canada. They're like, why? What's the purpose? What's the reason for doing that? And they said, we used to fight Nazis. We used to really go after the true bad guys. And they poked Jake Paul in the eye when they said, America is looking for easy targets and easy wins. They're like, so America has become the Jake Paul of nations. And I thought that shit was funny. But when they said that, I said, here we go again, where they're talking about Donald Trump, they're talking about politics, and here it is, they're throwing Jake Paul's name out there. So Jake Paul, he has a huge profile. He is relevant, but Jake Paul is super spoiled. And he threw a damn temper tantrum because Canelo didn't want to fight him. So Jake Paul is now going out here and just trying to attack him and be ridiculous. So it is what it is, man. That being said, Jake Paul's spoiled. I'll be honest with you. I hope Canelo never fights him. I hope he never fights him. Because I think even for Canelo to feel, I'll just get in there and tranquilize Jake Paul in a round, 2 rounds. For Canelo to bubble up to 200 pounds to fight anybody, I just think that's a suicide mission. Do I think Jake Paul beats him? Not necessarily, but Jake Paul to me would have a whole lot of advantage fighting a guy like Canelo, or Canelo coming in at 200 pounds. Anyway, y'all keep cool. More to come. I'm about to do another video because Canelo is now fighting William Skull to become 2-time undisputed at 168. And if he beats William Skull, Crawford and Canelo will be fighting for the undisputed distinction, which will give Crawford an opportunity to become 3-time undisputed. Isn't that amazing? Y'all keep cool. Jake Paul, I just think Jake Paul played himself, man. I do think he's spoiled. I think there's a whole lot of good about Jake Paul, being honest with you. But I also think when it comes to Jake Paul, there's some things that he's doing that, I just think is a little bit annoying. And he needs to quit acting like a brat and spoiled ass brat and throwing his rattle around in the goddamn playpen. Keep cool. Shout out to the veterans, all 7 continents. I hope they keep Jake Paul where he's supposed to be. Fighting boxers are entertaining, but don't give him the opportunity to come out here and talk shit about boxing, all boxers, because he got an opportunity to fight Canelo and make all this money and talk about he's the face of boxing and how he did in a short period of time boxers are nothing, etc., etc. That's where he loses me. But anything else, I think he should go for his. You know, I support him, but when he start disrespecting boxers like that, I that's where I had to draw the line. Y'all keep cool. I'm in the breeze.